the Art of Not Falling Off, featuring DJ Premier and Necro. And we're just going to talk about like longevity in artistic careers and like the sad fact that some people fall off, and it's kind of sad and no one wants to talk about it. So people pretend it isn't happening, but it's happening. And if we can just admit that it's happening, then, you know, we can have a more artistically honest culture, and that will lead to better artistic creations, because people will realize like dope is dope and whack is whack, and I better come correct, and I can't be like, well, it's just my expression. Fuck that shit. Art in 5D, Otis 5D.
Art in 5D with Otis 5D. Taste the rainbow.
All right, so this is an excerpt from Necro's review of Snoop and Dre's Missionary album, and this kind of comes toward the end, and I love what he says here. This is like a 6-minute clip, so this one's a bit long.
I wasn't really impressed with it. It felt very commercial. Less old school Snoop coming up to prove himself, and more commercial, you know? Yeah, I'll go as far as to say, after hearing this record, I would say Dre fell off. And I love Dre, so it's no disrespect, because...
Bro, that's exactly how I felt when I watched the fucking Drink Champs interview and I listened to that beat and everybody's like, oh, I was like, I'm trying to be like, oh, that's hard. And there's a way in which it's hard. And then you listen to the other stuff and you're like, do I dare think the unthinkable? And until Necro said it, I did not dare think the unthinkable. So salute to fucking Necro, you know, for being real as fuck, bro.
Yeah, I'll go as far as to say, after hearing this record, I would say Dre fell off. And I love Dre, so it's no disrespect, because...
Ugh. It's like when Disaster killed Cannabis.
You know what I mean? So, and Dre definitely has enough beats that he's classic, like RZA.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I don't like a lot of late RZA stuff.
Same.
I love the early shit. That
Same.
Years, from the beginning of Protect Your Neck up to maybe Wu-Tang Forever.
Exactly.
After that, I don't really love
Triumph.
RZA production. But
Same.
like
Bobby Digital got weird.
Tell me what you think. I think he has at least 50 plus bangers. So I think Primo's like one of the only guys who consistently is been dope. Every fucking year, one after the other.
Every year.
Fell off.
Exactly.
RZA, I feel later, fell off. Dre, I feel with this new album, fell off.
He's so accurate. Necro is so accurate. It's wild.
I'm not
a
lot. Shit,
yep.
But the shit that he does,
I didn't want to say it.
Prodigy and Mobb Deep was the best shit ever. I feel the
best
totally
shit ever.
And if anything, in some instances, better than Necro shit. So it's not like I'm saying these guys aren't godly. It's that I compare their best shit to anything they do. So when I hear new Havoc or solo Havoc stuff, it's not on the fucking level. I get genuinely disappointed. I'm like, damn, man.
Yeah,
so
that's how I feel too. Damn, man.
That Prodigy would probably tell Havoc, nah, I'm not fucking with that beat. Nah, you got to make it iller. Prodigy probably
I never thought about
was inspiration for Havoc.
I never thought about that.
Where other people probably ain't telling him the same type of shit Prodigy did. They're just happy to get a Havoc beat. Now me, if I worked with Havoc, it would be like when I worked with G-Rap, you know? You might not know, when I first worked with G-Rap, the first verse G-Rap gave me, I thought might have been a little bit off time, and I had to talk to him about it. And I remember I was scared to even say it. I didn't want to disrespect the legend.
It's very honest.
I talked to Domingo, and I was like, what do I do? And Domingo's like, nah, you got to tell him, because, you know, you got to keep it 100. And G-Rap didn't get mad at me. He didn't really agree with me. He was like, nah, I don't think my verse is a little off time or anything like that. I was like, I don't know, you know? It was unique. It was actually the verse from Crook Catastrophe, and it's exactly the way that we kept it. But when I first heard it,
I have a feeling he still thinks it's off.
A little less in the pocket.
If he's real honest, like if you get him drunk and high,
I was nervous that if I didn't say something to him,
I think he'll start talking
the whole
shit.
This record might be like that, and I felt it was very important to keep it 100.
Yes, it's very important. It's very important for culture to keep it 100. And it's not a fucking coincidence that Necro is like a Trump supporter, MAGA guy. As people were saying, he's a street Jew, not a fucking capo Jew. And there's something, you know, there's something about that like, when you see through bullshit in one place and you're honest in one place, it starts spreading everywhere, and it really makes you realize that there's like, we are swimming in like a giant sea of defecation and lies and like fucking drugged, lubed, baby oil, Diddy, Epstein. Like, it's fucking sick. It's like, and pizza and hot dogs at
We'll do
Obama's.
ever in hip hop. So I gotta say that. Cool G
Fucking
Rap is
John
the fucking
Podesta.
best. When it comes to being a person, like totally non-judgmental, not
Fauci.
racist, very
Yeah,
supportive.
okay, we get it.
That's
We
why I
love
work with
Cool
him.
G
So
Rap.
people, and him would be in the car. He would be playing LG's personality.
Jerky
you see
Boys.
in that video. What else? Usually, wise guys.
Bust each other's
You know,
balls.
it's comedy. All the people I mentioned, I have utmost respect for.
Yeah,
But,
exactly.
and I'm sure some people feel like that about me, Necro fans, that not everything is on the same level. It is what it is. You have a right as a fan to feel what you feel. And it's our job as artists for me to keep bringing it. That's why I feel like I never rest on my laurels.
Yep.
But
Straight up.
you let me know what you think. You know what I'm saying?
I fuck with this guy heavily. You know what's crazy? His forum back in the day, he had a hip hop forum. It was called the Go Fuck Yourself forum. So maybe that's like a sign that I should just like end the video right there. Like, no, I don't want to. And my guy is like, end the fucking video. All right, whatever. Don't fall off. People know deep down in their hearts. And when you're dope, you're fucking dope. And people feel it. And it's like the best thing. It's the only thing worth aspiring to, bro. Anyway, go fuck yourself. Peace.
Otis5D.xyz